We heard the very tragic news overnight that Hannah Baxter had passed away, that she'd succumbed to her injuries hours after her 3 children were killed in this suspected murder-suicide. And tributes are continuing to grow. One friend described her just as a beautiful mother who did everything she could and was fiercely protective, trying to protect her children. And the scene is continuing to grow behind me. People are leaving floral tributes, notes, stuffed toys as they come to grips and try to make sense of this.
And how is the community faring in the wake of the tragedy?
Well, I think they're in shock. Even as I stand here, people are continuing to add to this growing pile of tributes. We've even seen some parents arrive with their school-aged children and they're comforting them as they're paying their respects. And among those who visited this morning was the local member Joe Kelly, and we heard from him a short time ago.
I think people are really in shock and that something like this could happen here. I think we bear in mind, though, that there are people being killed due to domestic violence every week in Australia. Sadly, it's now our community's turn, and we have to continue to work really hard to try and stop people dying due to domestic violence.
And Kate, what can you tell us about the police investigation?
Well, as I mentioned, it's a suspected murder-suicide, and police were at a number of crime scenes overnight and they'll return to them today, and they're really just trying now to piece together how this car could be doused and set alight. And we understand that the couple had been in the midst of a separation, though no formal application had been made with the family court. And police will just be continuing to investigate this tragedy. Okay,
Kate McKenna reporting there from Brisbane. And obviously there's a lot of discussion around this now about how Australia goes about addressing domestic violence and the efforts that are made, and there are calls from some sectors for a rethink on that approach. And if you or someone you know needs help, you can call 1-800-RESPECT or Lifeline on 13 11 14.